Eagle Productions presents The Joy of Painting with Joy Albritton and Meadow Pacheco.
Hi guys, I'm Joi of Painting and welcome back to the Joy of Painting.
And I'm Meadow Pacheco. Today we have two special guests. Would you guys like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Ella and I'm the wrestling manager.
And I'm Elliot and I'm the captain of the wrestling team.
All right. Well, like always, we're gonna be painting hats today, and they're gonna be working on a shirt. So, do you guys have any ideas of what you're gonna be painting?
So I think we're gonna start with our team motto, which is win or lose, wrestle. We're gonna do that across the top and then the bottom, wrestle. Then in the middle, we're gonna draw like the little mat that we have. And Ella's gonna do some artwork on the side of one of our wrestlers.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna draw a singlet with a stick figure in the middle, which is gonna represent Quincy because he's just so tiny and we love him so much.
All right. Joy, do you have an idea of what you're gonna start off
Yes, I actually thought of something this time.
Wow.
I'm gonna draw a snowman.
Oh,
Okay.
Because that little groundhog guy said we were gonna have some more winter. So
with?
Okay.
Oh, that's cute. Well, I think we can just get into it. Today, I'll be also painting a uniform. That's what I did last time, so I feel like I'll just keep it going. Which that brings me to my first question, the uniforms. There's a lot of opinions on those uniforms. Like, how do you feel about them?
Well, like personally, I don't mind it. It's a little bit like, obviously it's very, I wouldn't say revealing, but it's a very tight uniform. It's like a swimsuit almost, it's like a leotard type thing. And so I don't really mind it. You get used to it after a while. My freshman year, I was very uncomfortable and was sort of like, body image type stuff and worried about that. But this year I've sort of accepted it more and accepted myself more and had a very, it didn't bother me as much.
That's great.
So you guys are talking about the rules of wrestling and what you have to wear, but I don't even know how wrestling works. So can you please explain the rules of wrestling and how do you win?
So the goal of wrestling is to pin your opponent. So you have 3 periods, and to pin them, you have to get them on both shoulders for 2 seconds. And
On their back.
Yeah, on their back. So both their shoulders have to be on the mat for 2 seconds. And you can get points along the way. So if you do, a pin is an instant win, but you get points along the way. So if you take them down, you get 2 points. If you're on bottom and you get up, you get 1 point. So it's a game about points, and trying to pin your opponent is the main goal.
All right. Yeah, that sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah. And that's what I do the most is when we're doing dual tournaments, which is like team versus team. I do like the points for that. And that's probably, I feel like that's my biggest job during tournaments, definitely, is just tracking points. So like I have to know what all the points are and what the ref is saying. And I feel like, I don't know, that's how I know most of the things.
What are some other responsibilities you have as a team manager?
So every year, this isn't required, but first year I joined, I kind of did it. But I count how many laps they run, how many push-ups they do, how many crunches they do, like all of that the entire season. And then at the end of the season, I count up every single one and I put it on a sheet that I give to them. And I also keep track of their weights. So that's really important for wrestling is how much you weigh, making sure they're not overweight, making sure they can lose enough for everything. So yeah, that's basically what I do. And I know like Elliot, I got his finish and I think I counted all the laps, and by the end of the season, I mean, then there are still a few more I have to count, but I think he was at 58 miles for how much he's run during practice. And that doesn't include how much he's run outside of practice. So like, it's really crazy to see how those numbers add up at the end.
What is your responsibility as like a team captain?
So as a team captain, it's my job to make sure that everyone's working hard in practice and everyone's showing up to the meets. And I'm also sort of teaching these guys. So I've been I started wrestling when I was in like 4th grade, I'd say, because my older brother who went to Enlo, shout out Bowen, he wrestled when he was here, and I just really wanted to be like him. So I just started wrestling, and I took a little break when I got to middle school. And so, but I've been wrestling for a while and started back up when I got to high school. So just trying to teach the new guys and, keep the team motivated. What? The black guy. I give a speech before every wrestling match. Like we have pregame ritual and we get into a circle and I give them a speech to try and hype them up. And, we're just a team and I'm here to keep the team together and be like a mentor to them.
Well, now I feel like I know how you got into wrestling, but Ella, I'm interested in like how you became a manager.
It's such a weird story. So my friends Melvina and Camille, they were juniors when I was a sophomore, and Camille was my ride home from school. Me and Melvina's ride home from school. So we had to go to a wrestling meeting with Melvina so we could go home, obviously. And during that, Coach Beatty, it was his first year coaching, right?
Mm-hmm.
He just kind of came up to me and Camille and he was like, "So you guys are the new managers?" And we were like, He was like, "Okay, great to meet you. Like, we'll see you on practice on Monday." And we kind of just like looked at each other and I mean, we didn't really have anything else to do. So we were like, "Okay, sounds fun." And then it ended up being like one of my favorite things ever. And obviously I've done it every year since then.
It's a really nice story. That's pretty interesting how you didn't even,
Yeah.
it wasn't something you like volunteered to do.
I know, but it's like crazy. Like I even wrote my college essay about wrestling, like managing a wrestling team and how it's like got me into physical therapy and sports management and all that stuff. Like it's done a lot for me. So I'm really grateful that it happened. Just kind of one of those fate things.
How do you think the coach supports your team?
Well, Coach Beatty, he's quite the character. Can't even hold it in. He's a very interesting guy. But really, the main thing he does is, he teaches us how to wrestle, right? He teaches us all the moves, and it's just insane the progress that you see from these kids learning from him. But, he also keeps us disciplined, keeps us learn how to be a better person in life in general. So it's just, he does a really good job of guiding us and being a really good and helpful coach for us.
Could you tell me more about how you guys are doing this season, especially you or the whole team?
Yeah, so we're doing pretty good. We have a lot of new wrestlers, so obviously that's going to make it a bit of a struggle to win matches, but we've won a lot of dual meets that, in the previous years we wouldn't have even had a chance. No matter how good we were, we just didn't have the kids for it.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't have a full lineup. So if you don't have a full lineup, you forfeit a lot of matches.
And that's a lot of points.
Yeah, that's a lot of points, and so you lose as a team.
Wow.
But this year we have a ton of kids, and so we have almost a full lineup basically. And so we've been doing pretty well, won a lot of matches that we wouldn't have even come close to winning my freshman year, or even my sophomore year.
Okay, so I finished painting my hat, but I want to hear what you guys have to say about your shirt. It looks really nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, like I said, at the top and bottom, it's our team motto: win or lose, wrestle. You go out there, you win or you lose. You just go out there and wrestle your match and give it everything you've got.
Yeah. And then we did the mat in the middle. There's one green, one red for wherever they're standing. And then we both did our initials. And then this is Quincy, looking swole, and his singlet, which is too big for him. And then I did headgear right here because, that's very important so we don't get cauliflower ear, which is gross. And then sometimes we lift, so I put that too right
I
there.
also put a very bad part.
It looks
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
good. Joy, what did you do?
I made a little snowman.
It's really cute.
So
I don't
cute.
know what to name them.
Ooh,
So-
I'm thinking Samuel. Samuel the snowman?
Samuel
Oh,
the
that's
cute.
cute.
Okay, well, this is Samuel the snowman. He's a very strong boy.
So I also painted a singlet. So that's what I put. I know it says Eagles on their uniforms, I think, right?
Yeah, some of them say age.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we have a collection of lots of singlets from lots of generations.
Okay.
So
Yeah, so I just put the EHS because it's smaller, and then I put a bunch of polka dots. So I think all we have left is you guys need to do rock, paper, scissors, shoot to see who gets the shirt.
okay. All right, ready? Okay.
So it looks like you're getting the shirt. Do you guys have any last remarks you want to share?
I would just say if anyone is interested in joining wrestling, it's one of the best things that I've done in high school. It's really changed me as a person, made me a better person. So I just recommend it and join the team, and it'll be a lot of fun for you guys.
It's so worth it, and there's so much support. Don't be scared. It's such a great experience, and thank you guys for having us. It was very fun.
Yes, thank you very much.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.